Hey guys, John Locks here, back with our blind playthrough of Nier Automata. This is probably the last episode. In this episode, the plan is to get... We have all 40 weapons now. We just have to upgrade the final weapon and get the Y ending. I'd also like to, assuming we have time, which I think we do, fingers crossed, we're going to go through all the weapon stories. So, if you don't want to watch the whole video, I mean, I understand. Although if you've made it this far and you've watched everything up till now, keep watching. Why not? So first we're going to upgrade the weapons, and then we'll get the Y ending. That is the main goal. All right, so where to? Transport. Now, I started the game, I didn't pick a chapter or anything, so we should be good as far as where, you know what? Let me check the map real fast. Where is that's the wrong button. Oh, can I use items? Yes. We'll have to do that more. We'll have to do that at all. Alright, so Emil is nowhere to be seen at the moment, but he probably spawns when you move or something. I don't know. All right. Yeah. Transport to the royal chamber. We didn't even look at the last weapon. I assume it's a fist, though. Fingers crossed, yeah. It's been some time coming. This is episode 82, 83, something like that. I mean, I could always... What level am I? I could always fight that rabbit again to get to level 99, but... But why? I guess, you know? I mean, Emil's 99. I'm still not entirely sure how you can hack Emil, because he's not a robot or an android or anything. I would also suggest that would be the point where Emil's hacking ability is less powerful, because it takes way too long. Alright, let's take a look at... We have 100% of the weapons. These have to be the special weapons or parody weapons. I wonder what because this is from Final Fantasy 15. I don't know what this is from. Emil's, or unique weapons shaped like Emil's head. Yep. Alright, well... Let's level it up. Hopefully we have everything. And we're gonna try fighting with 9S. It's a stun. Insanity. What is that? There you go. Inorganic blade, all weapons upgraded to the highest level. Global 5.8%. I appreciate how it pops up and it tells you that stuff. That's neat. White sword. Saving is possible. Let's save, now that we have everything. And let's check out what this, details. Insanity. Swing these weapons to hear Emil's voice. Okay. We'll switch the Beast Bane to that. I don't hear Emil's voice. Do we have to hit an enemy? what? Oh, yeah, alright. Just randomly. Alright. I mean, that's kind of cool. Alright, and we got a level, which is cool. So, yeah, we'll switch to... Yeah, the Beastbane is probably... Oh. Yeah. Probably the best light sword, and this might be the best, just because it's faster. Alright, so... we'll quick save again. And then map mode. We have this. Oh, we should check out what Emil... Aha! There it is! There it is! Yeah, he's not running around anymore, as far as I could tell. I mean, he might be, but then you go there and he's there, presumably. Intel unit data. Ooh. Emil. Does it say? Yep, it says it. Judgment Day Pain. This mysterious creature emerged from inside of a machine lifeform and set up shop after obtaining a new body. That's true. While he calls himself Emil, his true identity is a mystery. Once he discovered who had been stealing from his room, he was incited to fight, but after being defeated, he was reduced to tears by the realization that only power matters in this world. That's true. I love how... I don't know what my face looked like, but when the arm came out of that hole and grabbed the thing, I was like, what the fuck? Right? Right, which means he's powered up now. I wonder if we're going to fight this thing again, or is it going to be like a multi-phase battle where we fight this at first and then he breaks out and he's the weird skeleton monster. Let us transport to this one. Now, yeah, it's, I kind of reviewed the guide a little bit. It said, you know, save because if you... I don't know if maybe you have to defeat him. And then maybe it's just like one hit or something. It's like, don't hit him. I don't know, but if you have to let him blow up, which presumably kills us. So, I don't know. I'm excited, though. I'm a little disappointed that hacking him didn't give us, like, something special. There he is. Quest. Wait, that's a different... Hot deals. Maybe it's the same. Oh, hey. Okay.
すっかり強くなりましたね。もう僕の手助けはいらないです。
That's sad.
どういう意味？
いえ、なんでもないです。お元気で。
Oh.
なんだかエミールの様子がおかしいな。ポット。
すでに追跡マーカーを使用。現在砂漠方面に向かっていることを確認。
用意がいいな。追うぞ。
Emil's determination accepted and updated. We're gonna keep this chip loadout. It's possible we'll be able to beat the quest like this. Something's wrong with Emil. Follow him to the desert. Alright, what's the... like, where in the desert? Presumably where the heads are. Yeah. Can we... Can we just teleport there? Or teleport to the center, I guess, first? Yeah, he feels unneeded. It's the same thing. It's the existentialist crisis, right? Where, well, you don't need me anymore. Because he was the strongest. Now, interestingly enough, right? he was fighting the aliens, and Yorha was also created by the aliens. So, do we want to save now? That's fine. We'll save once we get to the desert. I thought I saw the thing on there, but maybe not. Yeah, I'm really curious. Curious what's gonna happen. I'm curious about all this stuff. I like Emil. It's not the same Emil, but I like him nonetheless. And he's got to be lonely as well. You know. Alright. We'll quick save, that's fine. Maybe we can take the boar. This way, right? Yeah. So I did search for like kind of feminist reactions to Nier Automata. I couldn't find a whole lot, mainly because I only looked on the first page of the search results. I was on my phone at the time, and you know, I saw one by Carolyn, is it Petite? One of the feminist frequency writers. I was actually hoping it was Anita because she does awful work and I wanted to see what she had to say. So I didn't really bother reading it because I figure it's
Emil?
Yeah, the big heads. Yep. I figure their analysis is probably, Carolyn's analysis is probably fine. Or maybe not. I mean, Carolyn is a trans person, and that's Emil, but it's on its side, like a spent, molted, like a skin that was molted, right? Or no, maybe that's actually him. But maybe I should have read it. I read a little bit of it, and I just kind of, I have a short attention span, so I was just kind of like, let's move on to something else. I found another one that seemed like new normalize or new progressive or something like that. Some little, it was like a 2-paragraph thing. It was basically, hey, I am bothered by the outfits, but I'm gonna let it go because they casually mentioned lesbianism as if it was no big deal, and they didn't really get far into it. They got to the A ending because I read the comments, and I was like, okay, I'll take that. I'm curious. It seems rational. I mean, I don't agree with the you know, their assertion of the lesbian romance thing, but I'm sure it happens, but it's complicated. But I was kind of curious. I thought it was at least decent. I should have looked farther to see if they had actually completed it, because I figure once they get the C ending, or that's where people start to No. Okay.
Emil!
気をつけて、まだ生きて。
Oh, really? I see the eye of one of them. Whoa!
なんだよこれ。
警告、旧世界の魔法兵器マスを利用した攻撃はあらゆる防御システムを貫通する可能性あり、推奨回避。
分かってるよそんなの。
Wow. Oh, we can hack these better. Maybe this is the way to go. Eternity, it hurts, it really hurts. Yeah, dude. Oh, man. must kill them all. Why just us? Oh, wait, are they all?
適正魔法兵器マソド放出量増加
手がつけられない。
あれは僕の分身の慣れの
This is amazing.
度重なる装飾と長年にわたる戦争で自我が崩壊してしまっているんです。あいつらは僕が傑作をつけないと。
いいから休んで。
They can't be killed though, right? Well, I mean, maybe. Where's the life bars? I see the life bars on some of them, but not all of them. Oh, and the mortar is like multiple mortars now. Ow. Years of multiplying and fighting, their sense of self deteriorated. Yeah. Existentialism, right? Same thing as the machines. I can't even tell like which ones I'm fighting, which ones I'm not. But I'm trying to save other Emil. Why? Yeah. That was creepy though. They popped out in like legs, like a centipede. I mean, we're doing damage, but it's like... Are they... Let's maybe go after... Which one? Ow. Not you. Wait, what did I lock onto? This? I locked onto this one? See, this one has a life bar. Do they not all have life bars? Ow. How? Oh, 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 oh. Ouch. Poor Emil, though, but... Is it? No, I don't think it's dead. Yeah, he's... Oh my god! That's like... We tried our best. Sorry, dude. Yeah, ouch. The eternal pain, yeah, I mean... Ow. Ow. The world had no meaning. It screamed at us.
Yamero.
That is... Yeah. I've said it before. I don't want to live forever. I don't want immortality.
だからってこんなの間違ってる。どんなに苦しくてもどんなに辛くてもこの人たちは諦めたりしなかった。いつか乗り越えられると信じて戦ってたんだ。そうですよね、カイデさん。
Oh.
嫌だと分かっていてもやらなきゃダメなんだ。だってあの
Oh, well, here it goes. So, we have to attack this one? The Emils cause their fusion reactors to go out of control, turning the planet into a dead chunk of rock, tumbling through the vast vacuum of an uncaring universe. Wow. Heady battle. Yeah. Transcendent being, all endings achieved, very rare, 4.9%. Let's beat it. I don't know how we beat it though. Do we attack Emil? The guides, let me read what the guide says. Okay. Let's see. Unfortunately, this means you have to redo that whole fight if you actually want to complete that subquest after getting the ending. Seeing as though this is pretty much the end of the game, I never bothered doing that. That is it. We have all of the achievements now. So, 47 out of 47 achievements. What I do want to do is I want to beat that battle first and hopefully succeed. Right, I assume we run back and attack Baby Emil, attack Truck Emil. Because that's the only thing because it said Emil, and I know those other guys are technically Emil as well, but you know. Hacking doesn't seem to be the greatest thing. Because you can hack them pretty fast, which is weird, again. But also doesn't do that much damage. Presumably because of the level. Alright, Boar, let's go. Watch out, they're still alive. Which makes a ton of sense. Makes a ton of sense that they're not dead. Oh. Yeah, get it. Because they're immortal. And it's magic. It's magic. I don't gotta explain shit. Or don't have to. I don't know. Right, even like these... This is like the Emil graveyard. But all these big ones don't fight me. It's... Yeah, in fact, these stay the same. It's the... They burst out of the sand with, like, legs. I think it was shown in the... notes or picture books or whatever, right? Yeah. Well, kind of. Showed a bunch of different Emils. It could be any of those. Probably the big-ish one, but, you know. And it makes sense that, you know, if you create a copy yourself, those copies could go insane.
Emil!
気をつけて、まだ生きて。
なんだ
Yeah.
なんだよこれ
警告旧世界の魔法兵器マスを利用
Oh no, don't fire, don't shoot the boar.
あらゆる防御システムを貫通する可能性あり推奨回避
分かってるよそんなの
Evade the magical attacks.
僕たちは
Ow. Oh, okay. Elemental output.
手がつけられない
地の果てです。度重なる増殖と長年にわたる戦争で自我が崩壊してしまっているんです。あいつらは僕が決着をつけないと。
いいから休んで。
Ouch. I don't know, like, I guess we need to go after the ones with the life bars, I suppose. Great music still. Still love it. Oh man, I was really hoping I didn't just... I mean, I know that I did run right into it, but I was really hoping not to. Any more with light bars, or are they all... Ouch. Ouch, please give me a... Let's, oh, no. Whoa, whoa. It's not down, it's the select button that I need. Or, you know, whatever. No, you. There you go. Okay, I think we're doing good. Doing well, making progress. Yeah. There we go. Ow. Oh, see, I'm up against the sandstorm. Do I need to get all of them? Or actual Emil? I don't know, but I'm gonna try going for... Are there any that aren't? No, I think it's... They're not attacking anymore. Oh. Oh, no. The other one. Oh, we got it, I think. Not really. I mean, we stole from him. Mm.
修理すればきっと良くなるよ。
やだな。 みんないるじゃん。あえてよく。
エミール。
That's really sad. Save your current progress, I guess. I mean, we can't purchase from him anymore anyway, I guess, so... Right, because if you save, you can't get the Y ending. So now what? My thought is let's go back there. Or are we gonna see Emil running around again? That's also the question, right? Yeah, because I saw them all blow up. I thought we had to kill little Emil, not the... All the heads except for one exploded, though. So... I'm back here somehow, not, Let's check out the quests. It's no longer active. It is... This one is complete. You came to understand these machines use combat to find meaning in their lives. Will their battle ever come to an end? No. Heritage of the past. According to the client, the young woman is dressed as a bride and hailed from an ancient desert country known as Facade, where people spoke a strange language and had their own unique clothing and culture. This discovery seemed to satisfy his curiosity about the old world. Replicated and sent into battle again and again, Emil knows all too well the pain of war without end. Unfortunately, no copy is a perfect duplicate, so some Emils eventually snapped and ran wild. His cherished memories brought him back to his senses, however. Yeah. But that's not original Emil anyway. But still, I'm glad that he could get the memories of, you know, they're still his memories. If heaven exists, it's going to be really crowded. Okay, let us first... It's going to be crowded with tons of Emils. That's what I mean. Alright, obviously there's no map marker there. I don't see Emil running around, which makes sense. We're gonna head out here. Because it's possible something got left behind. I don't know if that's the case, but you know, we'll check it out. I mean, technically we already have his heads as a weapon, so, you know. It is pretty sad, though. That was a good fight, because they used the, you know, that one boss that A2 fought when she first gets her ability to berserk, and you know, it was like a one-off fight, and then you never see it again, except now you do, which is good. It was a good challenge. Still, it's sad. Desert Rose. He was here. Right, I saw the eye, because it looks like it's in the background right there, right? It looks like it's moving. Maybe it is. Let's go check it out. I mean, I think it's just like a mirage, right? It's the sun reflecting off of it. So what that means is these might actually still be... Oh. The boar is too freaked out. Well, that's fine. I would be freaked out too by giant skull head things. Well, alright. The other question is whether... Can I get back on you? Yes. There we go. Alright, take us back to that, the thing in the middle. And, we'll teleport and look at the commercial facility, see if there's anything else there. I don't think there's going to be. I was hoping there was going to be something back out there, like, Adam's glasses or whatever, but, so, I mean, I guess they can be killed, they can be destroyed, which is, I mean, weird. It's a little weird, actually, because they're supposed to be the ultimate weapon. That was the whole point. The whole point was, near the tower. The whole point was that it couldn't be killed, weapon 8 or 10 or 9 or whichever one. It couldn't be killed. The only thing that could do anything was Emil's human form, where he could petrify. He was like Medusa. He could petrify with the sight. So that turning it to stone was the only countermeasure. All right. All right. Great music. Music is still great. You know, even though I'm like, this game's a 6 to an 8, right? It's still good. I still like it. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a ton of fun. I just wish there was more. You know, the story. I'm big on story, and the story wasn't super great. You know the other thing about the women complaining about the clothes is that, I think I mentioned this. It's like with Metal Gear or Metal Gear Solid, where they're like, they're complaining about Metal Gear Solid 4's, the Beauty and the Beast core, how they're all wearing like the skin tight stuff. I don't see anything. Yeah, let's head back up. How the Beauty and the Beast core, and I heard someone was like, oh, this girl that he knew, she was complaining about it. Blah, blah, gaming is so sexist and this and this and that. And he's like, what about the blatant homoeroticism of like looking at Snake's butt and junk all the time? And she's like, what do you mean? Like, she didn't even know. She was just repeating what she heard from someone else, and these people don't even know either. It's all, oh, the women are oppressed, but looking at the man's junk is okay. It's like, sure, there's an achievement for looking up 2B's skirt 10 times, but there's an achievement for playing as 9S for an hour without pants. It's like, come on. All right, so now to finish out the episode, we have a few minutes left. Weapon stories. Details. No details. I always love the stories. It's probably not as big a deal in this one. In Drakengard 3, it was more related to the characters, I think. Here, it'll probably just be... It might be stuff about the world. Let's find out, right? Okay, story. Faith. In the capital of a distant eastern land, there lived a poet who was devoted to his art. But his words failed to touch the hearts of the people, and he could make no profit from them. Soon, his life became unbearably hard. Seeing the limits of his talent, the poet chose to abandon the pen and work the land instead. Soon, his lily-white skin began to grow dark, and his once frail body became sinewy and tough. He eventually married a kind woman, and several years later they had a child. As the peaceful, uneventful days went on, the man began to feel there could be no greater happiness in life. Or so the poet wrote before he put down his pen, swallowed the paper whole, and prayed the next life might turn out so well. He then took faith, already stained with the blood of another, and plunged it deep into his chest. Wow. I assume a sword wielded by a loyal attendant. So presumably he killed the Emperor or his lord. Iron pipe. Dad, if you're cold, I can give you my hat. You're the best father in the world, after all. Dad, if you're hungry, you can have my cookie. Oh, no. This is Nier. Right, because he uses a pipe at the beginning. You're my favorite person in the world, after all. Dad, if you're scared, I can sleep by your side. You're my closest friend in the world, after all. So please don't go anywhere, all right, Dad? Don't leave your Yona all alone, okay? And they put the Yona in there so that you know for certain. All right, Beast Bane. Let me take a drink real fast. I like how the art in the background is different also. It's different for each of these because it used to be off to the left. I could have sworn, or maybe it's with like the Virtuous Contract. Yeah, okay. It is them. I thought it was going to be them in the background for all of it, but it looks like no. All right. Once upon a time, there were 3 princesses. The middle princess wasn't very bright, but she was renowned by all as a great beauty. Once she came of age, she was married off to a king of a neighboring nation. The neighboring king adored his new wife and treasured her looks above all else. He gave the middle princess 6 new dresses and 8 fresh flowers every day, and his love caused her beauty to shine all the more. The middle princess did all she could to remain beautiful for her king, but she knew time would eventually catch up with her, as it did for all. So after much hard thought, she developed a cunning plan. The middle princess had herself stuffed and mounted so she could remain beautiful for all time. The king wept joyful tears at the sight, but alas, 2 years later, war broke out, and her body was crushed under the rubble of the castle. I think I'm weeping tears of joy right now. This is amazing. This is amazing. She had herself stuffed and mounted so that her beauty was preserved. This is great. This was worth it. This is worth it. Holy cow. Wow, this is a great episode, I think. At least for me. Hopefully for you guys too. But we get to see Emil, all the Emil heads. We get to fight that boss battle. We get this. This is great. The girl lay there on the day of her wedding. Her parents and beloved were dead, and she herself had been violated in front of their corpses. As she swore to kill those who had done this terrible deed, a shining songbird appeared. "Allow me to grant your wish," said the bird. "Wish upon this dagger and never forget this hatred that you feel." The girl grasped the weapon and spat out a tearful curse. "I vow not to forget. Please give them a painful death." She is Red Lantern. Time passed. Eventually, she got her revenge. Years later, when she was an old woman, the songbird appeared anew. "Whatever your vow?" it asked, but she did not understand. And come to think of it, what became of her beloved dagger? That night, bandits broke into her house, assaulted her daughter, and murdered her grandchild. The songbird then reappeared with a single question. "How long will your hatred burn this time?" It's the Phoenix dagger, after all. It rises from the ashes, right? Her hatred fades and flares up anew. "I vow not to forget. Give them a painful death." But she did forget. That was the price. Don't forget. Nice. A sword with a strange and uncomfortable aura. One day, a young girl's village was sacked by bandits. To protect her family, she took up a dagger her father had found in the mountains and killed one of them, an act that shocked her family. But the bandits fled, never to return. 5 years passed, then 10, then 20. Though the family she protected began to grow old, the girl never aged. Eventually, the other villagers began to shun her. With no one left to turn to, she finally left her village and began to wander the earth, visiting many strange lands in the process. As the years passed, her skill and fame as a master sword fighter grew to legend. Eternal life, a powerful weapon, and boundless experience. She used these talents to become queen of a nation. And yet there was emptiness in her life, for she still desired the kindness her family denied her after that fateful day. I feel that one. That one hits a little too close to home. Yorha R&D Team Journal, August 29. Held a progress report meeting for the new weapon. Considering how many observers we have from the other orbiting satellites, I could tell they expect a lot from us. Yeesh. Yorha R&D Team Journal, December 9. We had our first core installation experiment today. Saw some troubling signs, including issues with unexpected irregular output and core perimeter defenses. January 8. The circuits of 3 consecutive staffers burned out after attempting to remove the core's protection. I've requested replacement personnel. January 15. Command pulled the plug on our project. The weapon will go into official operation with the core still sealed. Oh. The weapon itself has a machine core in it. So it's alive. Okay. The craftsman's weapons were neither flashy nor attractive, but they never once failed in battle. This reliability afforded him a never-ending stream of loyal clients. Yet something nagged at the craftsman. Though he's forged many weapons, he'd only tested them on pigs and cows. He wondered what it might feel like to use them on another human being. The craftsman took the sword to a battlefield and slashed at corpses, disappointed at how easily the sword slid through them. It wasn't satisfying at all. He wanted to really feel like he was ripping through flesh. The craftsman modified a sword in search of that feeling, not thinking at all of the pain it would cause, until one night a bandit broke into his home, snatched the weapon up, and showed him exactly how effective it was. Exactly. Yep. That's life. People do these things and don't think about how it comes back. How long can I fight amidst this bloody vortex of a battlefield? How long, I wonder? How long can I continue to protect what I love amidst this endless war? How long, I wonder? How long can I continue to believe in a world laden with deceit and folly? How long, I wonder? How long can I lie to myself as I despair at the dark future of this world? How long, I wonder? It's interesting, right? Because this is 2B's weapon, and her memory is in this. So, and it shows the two of them in the background. So is this her story? Cruel oath. Those two again. Once long ago, there was a group of 7 boys who were born in the same village. Though they were not brothers by blood, they treated each other as family. One night, a fortune teller appeared and warned of a traitor among them. The boys laughed it off and went about their business, but the next morning, one of them lay dead. With each passing night, another boy died. The survivors grew more and more suspicious of each other, each harboring terrible doubts about what happened to their brothers. On the morning of the 7th day, a single survivor stood tall. Cleaning the blood from his hands, he chuckled to himself. Better go find the traitor. Well, yeah. It was one of them after all. And they did not... I don't know. What is that in the background? Morning, listeners. It's time to kick off another installment of Listener Letters with your favorite radio idol, DJ24D. Now let's get this day started right, shall we? How's it going, listeners? Yeah, I know. You're all still thinking about that cleanup operation yesterday, right? We may have lost a lot of good people, but it's still our job to get up and at 'em, right? Howdy, listeners. Your favorite radio idol, DJ24D, hasn't been receiving many letters lately. Don't you like me anymore? Haha. Or maybe no one is even listening. Wee hee hee. Anyway, who's ready to kick things off? Hello? Is anyone there? Is this thing even on? It's me, radio listeners. 24D. I'm an idol, remember? An idol. An idol, an idol, an idol. So, yeah. Everyone died, and... maybe 24D still exists. Machine sword. The more old records I read, the more fascinated I become by the species known as humans. We machines must do all we can to preserve these precious artifacts and continue to record their contents. I see from these records how important predation and reproduction were to human survival, and yet they viewed such acts as sinful. I wonder why. I found a famous human book today, but after reading it 10 times, it still makes no sense to me. What possible attraction could there be to such a thing? Eureka! It seems the answer was in front of me all along. I am simply incapable of comprehending anything about humanity or the world in general. Ah, how wonderful it is to live in a world swaddled in mystery. Is that like the king? One of the big swords now. It might take a while to get through these. I might have to split this up into 2 parts. We'll see. Not on YouTube. YouTube's alright, but BitChute doesn't like, you know, over an hour. Alright, so this is the same as the iron pipe. It's got the same background, right? The sword's blade, dulled by years of idleness, was, as its name implied, a mere iron hunk. Its blood-drenched youth was little more than a series of rusted memories which grated against its pockmarked steel. Who could wield this hunk of iron now that its edge was gone? Who might love it when all it could do was bash dully against a foe instead of cutting through flesh and bone? Who would devote themselves to such insanity? Actually, no, this is the same one as the Faith. The sword sighed softly, pleased to finally be at rest, but before it could peacefully crumble into dust, a group of power-hungry fools took it up and denied its reverie anew. Red rust was the weapon's tears. The blood, fat, and muscle it tore through was proof of its curse. Now let it hew bone once more. Let it ravage flesh. Let it do all this and more as atonement for its sins. Oh wait, we could hide text? Fang of the Twins, a colossal axe offered unto the gods. Oh, and there's the background. Oh, it's... Yep. Twin souls were sacrificed to twin gods and bound to an unbreakable dual-bladed axe. Whenever nicked or damaged, it would instantly repair itself. The 2 blades would never part. They would be together for the rest of time. 2 souls in the blade yearn to be as one, to grow old as one, to fall in love as one. It is why we both love the same person. I'm myself. I'm myself. Look at me. Look at me. Give me love. Give me love. Stop copying me. I'm not. We are together. We are one. Life or death. Even if we kill our foes, even if we kill each other, our 2 bodies will be as one for all time. Someone separate us. Oh God, please, someone help me. Cuts off there. Once upon a time, there were 3 princesses. The eldest princess was thought by all to be the most brilliant woman in their kingdom, and she soon sat upon the throne of her homeland as her queen. The new queen raised a mighty army. To afford the endeavor, she taxed her people, and in turn, they were given jobs in new factories created to support the war effort. People worked, money flowed. As the army grew strong, the demand for factories grew with it, and the cycle repeated. More work, more money, more work, more money. The queen's plan proceeded just as she had envisioned it. To further strengthen the kingdom, we were converted to machines to enhance our output in factories and the military. Our queen, in turn, became the control system that rules us to this day. That's a little strange. Is that a fable? Phoenix Sword. One day a hawk lost its way in the woods. Its proud wings soon grew weak as it tried in vain to find its way home. As death approached, a songbird took pity on the hawk and did its best to offer aid. The songbird slowly nursed the hawk back to health. The beautiful sight of the small white bird nestled in the elegant wings of the hawk soon made it the envy of all the creatures in the forest. When the hawk was fully healed, it knew it was time to leave the forest, but before flying away, it promised the songbird it would one day return. In turn, the songbird gave the hawk one of its shining feathers as a token of friendship. As promised, the hawk eventually returned, but with a human in tow. Well done, said the human. These feathers will sell for a great price at the market. Then he slew the songbird in one blow and plucked its carcass clean. Yep. No good deed goes unpunished. Development Journal 0504 Takeda. I've come up with an incredible idea, something no one has ever done before. I'm going to start testing it out first thing in the morning. 0704. The boss turned down my idea of infusing metallic alloys with magical elements. Thrice damned fool. Doesn't he see how much money we can make from this? 1201. Things aren't going well. My hair is falling out. I think it's the stress. I've got to find a way to make this project succeed, and soon. 1215. Fujita. I looked over the data but couldn't work out the problem. I'm not giving up though. With Takeda dead, it's up to me. I'm the only one who can carry on his work. what, like radiation or magical radiation killed him? The great sword was known for the intense pain inflicted upon its victims. This is what drove the man to carry it despite its weight, for he knew it would make others fear him, and thus he could avoid needless conflict. The man's reputation spread through the village despite never having drawn the blade. Don't make him use that horrid weapon, the villagers whispered. The man smiled at this, for he knew that fear was the best path to peace. He's not wrong. Soon, the man had craftsmen forge a host of similar weapons. He gave them to all the other villagers in the hope it would force people to solve conflicts with words instead of violence. And his plan worked for a while. Keeping all sides in check is simple when no one uses their power, but once that seal is broken, the end is nigh. Thus did the peaceful village transform itself into a living hell over the space of a single night. Yep. First encounter with my lover. Failed to connect with my lover. Far away went my lover. With death went my lover to eternity. Huh. I'll never forget the time we met. I knew ours was a love that would last for eternity. But even when by his side, his feelings were a mystery. It was painful not to know what he was thinking. So painful. When I was close, I hurt him, yet being distant hurt him more. I finally found my place in life, a place where I am as close as possible, yet eternally distant. Human fight. Why? Why humans love? Why do humans band together? You. Why are you alive? Deep. Legends tell of a mighty warrior who had no equal in battle. Granted immortality by a phoenix, he wandered from war to war, forever searching for ways to prove his strength. Eventually, the man's immortal body proved too much for his spirit, and he ran himself through with his own spear again and again. But each time he did, the wound closed over itself, leaving not even a scar. He leapt from cliffs, threw himself into raging seas, and lit himself aflame, but nothing worked. Then, one day, he slipped mercifully into unconsciousness and awoke centuries later to find a songbird on his chest. You have atoned for your sins, said the bird. If you wish me to free you from your solitary existence, I will gladly do so. The man wept tears of joy and whispered thanks to the gods before suddenly stomping the bird to death. So he's no longer immortal, I suppose. It's kind of like Clockwork Orange, in a way. Once upon a time, there were 3 princesses. The youngest princess was widely regarded as the ugliest woman in all the land, but her heart was gentle, honest, and pure. Hoping to aid others in need, the youngest princess would travel to the fields to offer succor to peasants, but they would reject her kindness with cruel words. The youngest princess knew her looks were driving people away, yet she kept donating her life to the service of others, figuring the fault lied in her own lack of devotion. Day after day this continued for years without end. The youngest princess died alone, curled in the back of a damp, wet alley. She was so ugly no one had the courage to give her a proper burial. Instead, she rotted where she lay, turning ever uglier until she faded into the earth. These beast weapons are brutal. What's the 4th one? Because all 3 princesses are gone. That's why you have to make yourself happy. Like, seriously, because you can't rely on others a lot. I'm kind of bitter. Get yourself an animal. Cat, dog, ferret, parrot, whatever. They are far more supportive and loving than any human will ever be. Unconditionally, I mean. I had a dream about the day we met. He was small, he was insignificant, he was weak. Yet he hated the world just as I did. I decided to aid him, and he did the same for me. Thus was our friendship born. It wasn't perfect, of course. Mistakes were made along the way. Still, we remained friends. The blue wind that caresses these grasslands has a pleasing scent. I bring my cheek to his and he twitches, almost as if tickled. Then I spread my wings and let him ride me into the skies above. Oh, a dragon. Symbol of the bond between a lord and an old dragon. Is this Angelus? Is that... Let's look this up. Drakengard Pact Arc. Let's try this. The Drakengard Wiki. Does it show? No. Just tells us about the pact. I got Kame's Pact Mark from Reddit. No, it's not that one. Kaim, Drakengard. Okay, here we go. Images. Let's just do images. It's not that one, or that's the Zero Crest. Scent symbol. Oh, Jesus. Doesn't even look like any of these. Maybe it's a generic pact. I don't know. But it's also on my phone. It's really hard to... It only shows you a couple images at once. Still, right on. Spear of the Usurper. A spear used by a prince's double to murder his liege. Yeah. Prince's double. Not as like a look-alike. Patsy, whatever. Someone that's supposed to get killed instead of him. In a distant kingdom, there lived two princes. The son of the queen's consort was clever of mind, but weak of flesh. The son of the king's second wife was dim-witted yet charming, and quite gifted in the art of war. Which prince would succeed the throne? When news came down that the king had died in battle, the two men each declared themselves the next true king, rallying the people to take the side of one or the other. In the midst of this coronation battle, a third man appeared, claiming to be a prince. Bright, capable, and brave, he dispatched the two foolish brothers and went on to become a wise and just king beloved by all. Decades later, the king announced on his deathbed that he wasn't royalty at all, but in fact was the son of a commoner. Upon hearing this revelation, the people stormed the castle and hung their beloved ruler from the rafters. Yep. Hi guys, it's me, 42S, your favorite Yorha Squadron idol from North 12C Defense HQ. Oh, it's a scanner model. Guess. I'm here with the latest hot scoops from the front lines, so let's get out there and do our best, alright? Go team! Yay! Hey ho, Battlefield buddies. I'm not going to lie here, the current war situation isn't looking too optimistic, but we're expecting reinforcements from our orbiting satellite bases any moment, so don't give up. Glory to mankind. Mayday, mayday, this is Publicity Agent 42S from North 12C Defense HQ. Is anyone listening? Our facility has been completely surrounded by machines. I don't know how much longer we can hold. No broadcast from this channel. Are you about to jump up here, Jack? Yes, you are. How about you get out of the way, you crazy little cat? I'm trying to do something here. I'm gonna hold you. Oh no! Oh no, Jack! Oh my goodness! Don't stop squirming. I'm holding you, baby cat. Ow! That hurt! Well, don't get in the way then if you don't want attention. And you're going to jump over here again, aren't you? He specifically walks in front of the screen because he knows it'll get attention, but I guess he didn't want to be held. I'll have to see if he has food. I mean, I gave them food. Maybe they ate all of it in the last hour. That's possible. That hurts. He got me right in the stomach with his claw. He still loves me, though. I know this. He'll wake me up so I can pet him in the middle of the night, little asshole. Okay. Type 3 lance. The unadorned lance pierced her foes with machine-like accuracy. The grind of metal on bone, in tandem with the pain screams of her victims, created sweet music in the mercenary girl's ears. Day after day, she returned to the battlefield to compose more music. Here, a giant of a man, fat rippling from his sides. There, a slimmer gentleman whose bones would surely produce a sweeter sound. Ah, who to stab first? The girl fought for an age, stabbing uncountable foes in an effort to find the ideal scream, that sonorous, bone-grinding sound. Yet perfection eluded her no matter how hard she tried. Would she ever find what she sought? Suddenly, she turned to find a fine-looking hunk of meat at her side. Stabbing it produced a scream so pure, she couldn't help but smile. She continued to smile as she stabbed, no longer able to recall that the hunk was her own child. Dark. This is a different picture. The elegant white spear was crafted by a tyrant as a gift for his wife, whose parents he had killed years earlier. She slipped it under the bed they shared, then later used it to run him through 30 times. The spear's second owner was a courageous bandit-fighting mare. In her later years, her strength faded until one night a pack of young thugs surrounded her and took all that she had, including her life. The third owner was a greedy merchant who lived to swindle customers. Soon, she found herself shunned and penniless and so decided to hang herself. The unused spear rested in a corner of her home as a decoration. The fourth owner was a meek young boy who wanted to aid his sickly younger sister. He gave all to this cause, including his very existence and that of all else in the world. Got it. So this is Brother Nier. I guess. Right, we're a virtuous dignity. Yeah, and that's Papa Nier. Okay. Virtuous dignity. Let's just double check. That hurt me, Jack. I'm gonna pet you, though. I'm gonna make sure you need to get fed. Normally he just wants pets when he comes up here. It's not like, hey, I need to eat or whatever. So, I don't know. Maybe he didn't want to be held. He doesn't... Sometimes they get irritable. They're like, pet me, but not too hard, or, you know, whatever. They're people, basically. They're like people. The dark, hideous lance was crafted by a beautiful female artisan. As people far and wide praised its design, the artisan's apprentice grew jealous and slew her, the lance itself soon vanishing into the mists of time. The lance's second owner was a puppeteer who crafted a clockwork doll capable of doing nearly anything. When he put the lance in the doll's hand, she lashed out and pierced the puppeteer's skull right between the eyes. The third owner was an infant prince who was gifted the lance by the Queen Regent. She died soon thereafter, and on the night of her funeral, the lance vanished from the infant's room, leaving behind only a tiny corpse in the crib. The fourth owner was a simple, honest man who wanted to aid his sickly daughter. He gave all to this cause, including his very existence and that of all else in the world. Papa Nier, presumably. Cruel arrogance, yeah, that makes sense. Kind of. He doomed the world because he didn't think about it. My name is Plato1728. I'm a failure of a machine. I was designed for combat, but I can't use weapons. Everyone makes fun of me, and my life is horrible. I am a dumb machine. I got lost during battle and ended up in some kind of factory. I found a whole pile of dolls discarded there. They share the same fate I do. Kind of reminds me of this one area in Legend of Mana. It's a graveyard, the graveyard of toys or dolls or something. It's all these, like, basically children's toys that were magicked into becoming weapons during a war, and then once the war was over, they were discarded, and just this whole graveyard is full of them. I'm a foolish machine. Today I had to fight at that factory. All of the dolls got completely destroyed, crushed by my friends and foes, who could do nothing but fight, fight, fight. I activated my cannon and shot everyone there. I'm not sure why I did that. All I know is I decided to fight, because I'm just a stupid, broken machine. Well, Fair enough. Angel's Folly. Once there was a demon who held an affinity for angels. He dreamed of serving alongside them and their god, yet cursed the impossibility of it all. Then one day he came to Earth, bringing himself a step closer to heaven. An angel was sent to slay the demon. When the evil one saw his foe, he burst into tears and revealed his plan. Please, the demon begged, you must give me a set of white wings for my very own. The angel agreed to trade a set of white wings for the head of another demon. Overjoyed, the demon killed one of his own and plucked the head right off its still warm body. The angel then led the demon to heaven, where he underwent centuries of the cruelest tortures imaginable. Finally, the pain was so great he lost consciousness, at which point his dark wings turned the promised shade of white. Well... So, in the... Not Dante's Inferno, that's book 1. There's 3 books. The Divine Comedy. It's Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso. Paradise. Purgatory is where the souls that are almost good get tortured until they're pure enough to enter heaven. Like, this is old school, like fire and brimstone stuff. Demon's Cry. Once there was a gentle angel who came to Earth to provide salvation for those in need. Whether it was curing illnesses, offering blessings, or cheering the sad, he was always there when needed. The angel, however, provided aid to sinners and non-believers as well, an act which was strictly forbidden. Each time he did so, a single white feather would fall away from his glorious wings. One day the angel came across a young girl with an illness that pained her deeply, but he could do nothing to help the child, for all his feathers had long since fallen off. The angel cursed both himself and the cruelty of the world. The resulting hatred stained his body and his wings, turning them both black as night. Then, crying tears of blood, he brought his hands to the girl's neck. Well, that's one way to relieve her suffering. System Yorha, unit data uploading. Checkout HC. Close IO, duplicate core, find Yorha unit. Updating data, checking data, purge conversation log, purge unit data, purge system data, exit. So it kills its owner? Maybe. The man wailed an inhuman scream as he brought his fist down on his opponent's skull. He brought it down again and again and again, until the victim was nothing more than a splatter of blood and bits. The man had a beautiful wife that drove everyone wild with jealousy. They lived a simple, happy life, yet the man always strove to keep his wife safe above all else. One night the man came home to find a stranger in his bed. His wife told him that he had forced himself on her, at which point the husband flew into a rage and vowed to exact revenge. The man bought a weapon from a craftsman famed for forging instruments of pain, then used it to punish his wife, for he could not abide that she failed to protect her virtue. His revenge was complete. I mean, false rape allegations seem to be the order of the day recently. It's a problem. You know, it's crying wolf, basically. Like, it sucks, but that's why we have the justice system. You know, it's like you make a claim, an investigation occurs, and then guilt is determined. Guilt or innocent, well, or guilt or not is determined, I suppose. That's why cancel culture is such bullshit. You need to actually investigate and have, you know, a third not involved party, a third party that's not involved, that has no stake in the matter, investigate and, you know, arbitrate and stuff. Anyway, whatever. I see you in my sleep, restless sleep. My heart flies to pieces each time I wake. I burn to see you in the real world. I hunt for the woman who pines for you. The scream pleases me. Your body and heart shall be mine. Your heart, I long for it. I don't like where this is going. Yet it does not return my love in kind. All you care for is your cold, dead wife. Oh, so this is... Wait, what? Oh, okay, so it's a woman. Woman killed the wife. So I must at least take your body. Your head is mine. Beautiful head. The eyes that scorned me are so lovely now. Hate me if you like. Begrudge me all. You are still mine forever. And this is the white one. That's like 9S, kind of. Cruel Lament, except it's 2B. In a way, I mean, she kills him. That's sort of a way of possessing him. It's also, I mean, it's why when she strangles him, like she kind of straddles him, and strangling is a crime of passion. And it also looked like a sexual pose. Anyway. Cruel Lament. I take up the sword and battle for you. My heart knows not fear, instead burning with love strong and pure. I swing my sword for you, spattering blood across my sleeves. I smile as the chaos continues. I brandish my sword for you, victims uncountable, victims beyond measure. Their dying wails become the song of my sleep. I cry out, give me your head! I capture you as you flee and take it. I do all this for you, for you, for you. Who are you? Machine heads. I lack parts. I'm useless. My existence is unnecessary. I tried so hard, Mommy. So it's still alive. Yeesh. Magical blade used by a royal family. Yeah, it's Final Fantasy 15. What's the story gonna be? I guess we'll find out. It looks like a pact mark. A small prince rests alone in a vast, vast bedroom. He wishes his father knew how much he hates sleeping alone, but he doesn't dare to tell him, for the king is a very busy man and must not be disturbed. A king sits alone in his vast, vast office, drowning in affairs of state. All he wants is to see his family and hug his son, but he cannot, for his every waking moment must be spent in service of the people. One day, while eating dinner, the king asks his son what he most desires in the world. He hopes he will say that he wants them to spend more time together, but instead the boy simply points at a sword hanging on the wall. The ancient sword is considered the sign that one is ready to rule. Someday, the king chuckles. His son faintly smiles back at him. All he really wanted was for his father to read him a bedtime story. Is that Final Fantasy 15? Is that like a backstory or something? Cypress stick. I was in a dead sleep when Mum started shouting. Wakey, wakey, she squawked. Rise and shine. Today's a very important day. Today's your first visit to the castle. Annoying, right? But I got up anyway. Today's my 16th birthday, and I have an audience with the king. Mum's apparently worried he'll charge me with some big important task, so she gave me a cypress stick for some reason. Like that'll help. As we walk to the castle, Mum keeps blabbing about how excited she is and how long she's been waiting for this day. She's told me this story 1,000,001 times, so I just keep quiet like always. When we arrive, I see my friend coming out of the castle. He's 16 too, but his fearless gaze makes him look like a legendary hero to be. I'm sure he's got a lot to live up to. My dad's just a carpenter, so I've got it easy, huh? Let's look up this thing. What is it from? It's from something. Nier, Automata, Cypress, Stick. Can I? Okay, well, all right. The Automata Wiki. Small sword in Nier Automata. Well, yeah, that's great. Reference to the Cypress Stick from the Dragon Quest franchise. There you go. Adopts a new look for damage numbers when equipped with Hero Sigil. Neat. So I take it one of the Dragon Quest protagonists had a carpenter or something? Or maybe it's the first one? I don't know. Maybe you start with a stick. Supposedly, you have to buy your sword. Or grind for your sword or something like that. So it's probably the first one. Emil heads. 9:02, 12:40, 22. I confirmed the machine life forms released by the aliens have reconstructed their network. I've started to see units with gravity controlling capabilities again as well. I was spawned about a week ago, so I don't have clear recollections of anything before that. Say, I wonder where the original disappeared to all those millennia ago. I confirmed the 25th one, born after me, has stopped his biological activity. Although we're technically immortal, since we can respawn indefinitely and all, we're still not exempt from death. Our memories are only copies, so they're pretty vague. That android wearing black, I have the feeling I've met her before. She had a complicated look on her face, but I can't remember anything. Okay. I was hoping for something a little more from that one, but okay. I think the background lack of music, probably great as well. You know, kind of fits the birds and stuff. Well, let's, I guess since I took a little bit of time, let's go save real fast and then we'll stop. I mean, I probably should do the E ending again and delete my save data, but I'm fine with keeping it for now unless there's something else interesting. You know what I mean? I know I haven't done all the quests. Let's check, right? 58 out of 60. So 1 is probably the unit data. I don't know where the other one is, but I don't see another quest marker. Did any of our unit updata or unit data get updated? Probably. Emil clones. These colossal Emils were the sad final state of Emil's copies. Oh, there's like hands. Attacking without warning, they possess the ability to unleash fierce attacks using magical weapons from the old world. At the end of this pitched battle, the true Emil stopped his the true Emil. So was that actually the true Emil? I mean, I know he's a copy as well. Maybe they mean that Emil. The true Emil stopped his doppelgangers with heartfelt words before annihilating them with a final strike. He then passed away with an expression of great relief, as if he had finally met the person he longed to see. I mean, but Emil didn't beat them, we did. Whatever. That's fine, you know? But anyway, guys, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much if you've made it all the way this far. That's not grammar. Those... yeah, thanks for coming along on this journey with me. I really do hope you guys had a good time. I had a great time. I really enjoyed this game, even though, like I said, it's... The story is probably the weakest part, but aside from that, I thought everything was good. It was fun. A lot of it, it's interesting, right? Like the little... I read somewhere that people, a lot of, you know, longtime gamers miss kind of the... like the original Zelda, for example, where you blow up a rock and there's a dungeon under it. You know, some of the more hidden stuff where the adventure seemed more real because anything was possible. You know, there was hidden stuff everywhere. And nowadays it's more streamlined and more casualized, and you know, it's lost a lot of that. And I think some of that is good because a lot of the older stuff was super obtuse to the point where, because they were trying to sell Nintendo Power or, you know, strategy guides or whatever, right? So, but I feel like this game, you know, we beat it. We got to the end. We did the E ending. But going for all the achievements required a guide, and some of that stuff is like, wait, the robot statue, is it actually a robot? There's Emil heads out in the desert. There's a whole Superboss. So there is hidden stuff. Although I feel this is more like Dark Souls, where it's stuff that is more designed to be found as a collective, like people coming together and being like, I found this here. Oh, I found this over here. Stuff like that, as opposed to just check under every rock because maybe there's something amazing, right? Still, I feel like this game was good. Yeah, seriously, thank you guys so much for your time and attention. I really do appreciate it. Really hope you guys enjoyed all of these episodes. Even the weapon stories, that was amazing. The woman had herself stuffed and mounted. Best ending ever. Best. Like I was like trying to suppress the laughter and my eyes were starting to water a little bit because I'm just like, I don't know if I should laugh or not. Because it's terrible, but it's hilarious. I don't know what I'm going to do for my next playthrough. Probably the Prime 2D. I mean, it's not Metroid Prime 2D because of, you know, copyright, but it's Prime 2D. Who knows? Probably by the time this gets released, I imagine Subnautica Below Zero will be fully out. I was tempted to start recording it like now. It's still, I think we still have a couple weeks, but I was tempted to record and then release it like on the day of. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to wait till it's actually fully released, because usually that final update has some extra stuff in it. It's not just unlocking the ending. It updates like bug fixes and stuff. So I'm going to wait till it's fully released, just like everyone else. And we'll go from there. So that'll get played eventually, probably Prime 2D, and after that, I have no idea. We'll figure something out. As always, any video game suggestions, anything you want me to play. I mean, I try and do all of them. Someone suggested that, I don't even remember what it's called. I think I put it on my wish list, though. Shadow something. That's like a Ninja Gaiden clone. I do need to get into harder games. I'll probably play that eventually. I'll probably try and play the original Ninja Gaiden eventually, because I've gotten to the second to last boss, third to last boss. Never beat the game, though. Worth trying, maybe for the channel. We'll see. Questions, comments, concerns, good, bad, or indifferent about anything I've said, any of the bullshit that I say, let me hear it. It takes me a few days usually to get back to people, but I do read all of the comments, and I do try and respond to all of them. And that's basically it. What is your guys' unique positive moment for today? For me, it's actually those weapon stories. I thought they were great. I don't even know how many people actually read them, but they should, because they're wonderful. They are wonderful. But that's my unique positive moment. Hopefully your guys is just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. I think I said hopefully way too many times, but whatever. It's fine. I do hope to see you guys next time. Thanks again for coming on this journey with me. And until then, guys, take care.